Quick shout out to Gabri. He's the latest Patreon supporter. Really appreciate you, man. Like the many other names that are on this list. It is stunning to me that there's so many people resonating with my message, with my ideas, with this journey. So Gabri, man, thank you so much. You're the latest name. A lot of the names on there have come and gone, but I'll still keep the names on there. All of you guys are part of the history of this channel, and it just doesn't feel right to take you guys off. So appreciate you, Gabri. It really means a lot. Today, another session, man. Another bench press session. Today I hit another PR, a volume PR. I managed to hit 5 sets of 20 on the bench press. It's feeling great. I'm progressing. If not every couple of sessions, it's weekly. I'm adding another set or a rep or something to that effect. And like I said in yesterday's video, my body is changing, man. Like I'm filling out. It's filling out, all with no expense in terms of body aches and pains and strains. Just I can keep attacking. One of you guys asked me, what sort of rest periods do you incorporate? And I've never understood this, constriction of resources to the muscles we're working. I've never understood that. If you're aiming to build strength and muscle, in my mind, it makes sense to replenish that said tissue with all the fuel and resources that it needs in order for it to perform at its maximum potential. This idea of starving the tissue of its oxygen and glucose and other resources, and then going into a session doesn't make sense to me. So I've never really understood that. So to answer the question for all the people that are asking me, with these bodybuilding parameters, what sort of rest periods are you using? It depends, man. The answer is depends. I'll literally wait for the breathing to settle. As you can see, I'm not 100% ready for another set yet. I'm breathing heavily. It doesn't help that I'm talking now, but heavy breathing, so I'll let that settle as 100%. as I can, let everything settle, let my heart rate settle, and then I can go again. And so usually, it depends on, if I'm working with the working sets or warm-ups, it's usually 2 to 5 minutes. So usually 5 minutes allows me to relax, get the heart rate down, get the breathing rate down, respiration down, and then I can attack again. And the whole aim for me is performance. Like I want to actually perform well in these sets. I've met many people in my time, in real life and also online, who have said to me, I was talking to a guy at the hospital the other day I hadn't seen for a long time. The dude's in his probably late 40s, and he's not a powerlifter or bodybuilder. He's just a trainer, you know what I mean? He goes to the gym and trains, and he's very fit. He used to run the stairs at the hospital. Even on days off, he would come in, get in the flight of stairs, and he would just come in, and he would just run up the 10, whatever, levels there is. He would sometimes bring a backpack and run stairs. So his thing was always conditioning, metabolic conditioning, Metcon, right? And the other day I saw him and he was telling me about, how he trains. We were just chatting at work, and he was like, he gets 5 kilo dumbbells, and he does I think he said 50 reps curls. He puts them down, he waits 15 seconds, then he goes again, 15 seconds, and goes again. And he does this, I don't know how many sets he said, but he ends up, barely able to lift it 10 times towards the end of the set. End of that particular part of the thing. And then he moves on to another muscle group, and it's all fast-paced, very metabolically demanding. And I'm not saying he's wrong or right or whatever, but it depends on what you're doing. Like if you're trying to get fit, okay, I guess that's okay. But if you're trying to be a power athlete, athletic, produce hypertrophy, explosiveness, power, strength, everything that we care about, I don't know if that's the best thing to do. I'm not saying don't do a set of 50. I'm kind of aiming for that as well, but allow your muscles to get the resources. There's only so much the cardiovascular system can bring to the tissue, so why are we punishing the body? The body's not going to grow another set of veins and arteries to push the stuff in. It's not going to do that. There's only so much we can do that. So allow the body to recover and then go hard. Then get into the biggest oxygen debt you can possibly get, the biggest glycogen debt you can get, and then let it recover. Let it overfill all of those resources for the next bout. But if you don't allow it to refill, then what are we doing here? What's the signal that we're sending the body? I don't quite understand that. And so for me, I've never really gone too crazy with, like I used to hear the bodybuilders say 30 seconds. dude, how are you supposed to come back and perform really well again? So for me, I guess this is my powerlifting mind. I go crazy with these sets of 20 or 30, whatever I'm doing, and then I let everything settle, and then I hit it hard again, because what I want to do is reproduce the same performance. If I, go back 15 seconds in, dude, these 5 sets of 20 would not be possible. I'll be able to do it on the second set, maybe 10 reps. The third set, maybe 7 reps, if I'm doing 15-second breaks. And at the end of the day, for me, it's what's more valuable, 5 sets of 20 or a set of 20, a set of 15, and a set of 5 in a very oxygen-starved body? I don't know. My intuition is that the 5 sets of 20 is far more beneficial. And so for me, it's worked. I mean, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting bigger, and it's all kind of going in the right direction. And that's kind of my take on it. I know there's a lot of people going to have different takes on it, and I guess it depends on the goals that you have. But if you're interested in size and strength, then I guess, man, you have to recover a little bit, man. You can't just go in and underwater and do your routine, because you can't breathe. It's just weird like that. Appreciate you guys like always, and I will catch you in the next one again. And once again, Gabri, you're a legend for doing this. I appreciate you and all the other names on here and everyone that watches. You guys are still making me feel unreal about the whole thing this channel has become. Really heartfelt, man. Really, really heartfelt to see the name pop up. Gabriel, you're the man. Everyone else, appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.